Here we go. Young Ninjas, Fnatic Rising, and Season 3, Day 3 of We Play Academy League. We're getting right into the good stuff, the business, the counter.
Well, you know, they say all good things come in threes, Hugo.
Yep.
And that's why we're just two. So here's ZTR holding on to middle. It's a little com rush. Is he going to be ready for it? There are a lot of bodies coming your way, ZTR. And he's on the receiving end of that. KST, the man to open up. And they're going to look to pick up the pace and move into A. It was a heavy B lean with the solo mid peek out of Young Ninjas. It's a bit of a pug classic, that one. And well, Fnatic Rising navigating it well, now getting that bomb down. They're in a good spot, especially as they still hold on to this connector control. A point of rotation for not one, but two players on the Young Ninjas.
Oh, Linus heard something. He was very ready for Keve, but it goes both ways. And you got to wonder where this round's going for Young Ninjas. Probably the dumpster. It's where Rolf is found, and Fuzi now getting hunted down in a 1v4 dinked. He'd rather save his Kevlar, and I don't think they'll let him. Any more for Fuzi? Not today, just the single kill. And Fnatic take the round. It seemed like ZTR, a rare case of him getting caught and confused there, Harry, right? He cleared all of deep mid in the 4B stack. He's probably making that call, guys, watch B, it's B, it's B, it's B, it's B. He starts to move into middle, and they come storming up connector. Caught off guard. Rare to see, but that was how the first domino fell, and, well, you know how it goes, Harry. When the first domino falls, the rest are just around the corner.
Yeah. That's oftentimes the case with those with dominoes.
It's down dominoes, man. And so AK's out here for Fnatic in the second, and Young Ninjas on third. They buy right up.
But, you know, speaking of dominoes, it's Young Ninjas coming in with a bit of extra cheese here, Hugo, right? Like, they've gone with the force buy right away.
CZ in play? I haven't seen this gun in years. It's skinless. That's how you know Sapik doesn't use it either. He's a 5'7" man, but he's decided to get real Kringle for us right now. Trying to get weird and wild.
What would you prefer, you know, the extra cheese of Young Ninjas or the extra pepperoni?
Pepperoni.
Right, here we go. Rolf and his deagle.
Can we bring back the Season 2 content?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, man. Launders would have never said anything like that, would he?
No, he would have put pineapple instead.
Rolf's getting naded. Rolf is having some flashbacks here. He's brought down low. Ooh. Come on, Rolf. Show us what this deagle can do. They might just get out of there. They've sent the bomb all the way back, right? It was in connector as well. This is why they were fighting for it early on. Now it's grouped up over here in top middle. Young Ninjas are at least aware of this, right? They've called for this early A rotation. They've got 3 players up in this A bomb site. I say that, you know, they're about to have 3 players here, but is it going to be in time? Fuzi and Linus going to be that first point of contact.
Well, they're real close, waiting for Pepsol to move in on long and lovely shot for Fuzi on the deagle. Can't do any more though. Insta headshot for Banjo, and Linus stuck at truck, flashed out. Even though Banjo's white, he can't. Linus can't do a thing about it. Rather, 3 on 2, and Banjo very low is going to just go for that stick with cover from rifles. The Eagles though looking dangerous. Oh, can he stop the plant? No, but he can get the kill at least. Maybe there's still a chance for Young Ninjas in the 2 on 2. No kit currently. Fnatic back off. KST is cornered. He has to fight for his life, looking at the ground, hoping they discount him. KST, that doesn't work! Rolf goes up and over. ZTR helps out, and now they start to get on the defuse, trying to move the model as far away as he can as Rolf covers, and that's a lovely round out of Young Ninjas. KST, it looks silly. It would have worked if they peeked down the stairs,
exactly,
but it's because ZTR goes over the top that he has full vision, and that was a pretty desperate round there for Fnatic Rising in the post plant. No cover for the planter either. Just hung Banjo out to dry.
Yeah, man. And, you know, you shouldn't even be getting your Banjo wet in the first place, you know? Let alone hanging it out to dry like that.
How are you going to play it?
Let's go listen into the Young Ninjas, see if they're musically inclined moving into this next round.
I don't have money for short.
Music to my ears.
I'll smoke the mid one. I smoke mid.
I'll flashing.
They're not
Watch out,
smoking
mid.
mustard.
One picking mid one.
They needed ramp. Can be fountain.
Yeah. I will spot balloons.
One is picking mustard. One was
Contain
right
one
side
balloons.
mustard.
Underground is clear, but nades to have.
Coming with you. I have a flash.
He's still right side mustard, guys, just jiggling.
I'm
I'll
starting
take
mid.
bomb. Wait.
Don't see anyone short. Can you come and boost me short? Actually, I will boost you. You can take A.
Yeah.
When you jump spotting.
2 double picking monster, there's 3 B. Rotation is ABC.
I'm coming with you, Pepe.
Yeah, I'm searching. I'm close banana.
You wanna go B or?
So we will boost.
I got toilets. Watch out long.
I can flash B
Don't
before
say.
you boost.
I'm staying con then.
Yeah,
One
we
jumping
should,
inside.
yeah, let's group B.
I can smoke heaven.
When you're jumping.
I'll smoke side.
Quite short.
I'm on it,
Yeah.
sure.
Let's go monster. We'll go monster.
Okay.
You can smoke heaven. Can you do the rain flash for us if me and Matthias walk close?
Yes, yes.
Step wide short.
I got it.
Yeah, the
I can do
resmoke.
pillar flash late. I can flash in monster.
Yeah, we should do double flash them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready.
I'm
no
gonna do
flash.
no flash now.
Yeah, wait.
You do second one.
Yeah, go.
You go.
I
Flashing.
smoked heaven.
Flashing.
Boom.
Boom. Let's go.
Do monster.
Yeah.
Too close.
There we go. Nice little round for the young ninjas. I do want to clear up any confusion there. If you were wondering, like, well, hang on, why aren't they all just speaking Swedish? And
Yeah,
on top of
playing
that,
up
why
the cameras.
why are they smoking heaven? why are they executing B when they're CT side? Yeah, no, that was actually the Fnatic Rising comms. It's all well and good. I actually really like listening to Fnatic Rising comms because obviously they are communicating in English with one another, so that's always a treat for us. I like that as well. They had the realization that it was, that early triple B stack. They get all of that just from a couple of spots down towards Monster. But unfortunately, they're not able to actually have anything materialize on the back of it. That force buy shut down pretty one-sidedly by the young ninjas.
Yeah,
And-
hold by Sapek.
Yeah, I mean, Sapek is,
He's a beast.
I want to remind everyone what we christened this guy in Season 1, the Cringe Lord, because he really was, like, down towards this B-bomb site, he's grimy, he's gremlin-y about how he plays this position, and he is always good for a multi-kill, man. He is such a pillar of an overpass for this team for that exact reason, I feel like. He's just so comfortable in so many different positions, a very clear understanding of how he likes to play that B site, and the team accommodate it through and through.
Yeah, I mean, even going back to Season 1 while we're on the topic, I really liked seeing Nilo on this map. Obviously, no longer in this team bench now, but this guy was 16, looked really, really talented on CT Overpass at times, and was, I think, part of the reason Young Ninjas look so good on this map in that first season. Paramatch odds look good for the Ninjas, and you'll notice there, they just lob some nades over the wall, Harry, for ZTR. That's really cool to see him get those free flashes after he lobs his molly. That's smart as well. Right, still everyone buys full nades, but they throw them to the most useful position, which is down on B, setting up those monster flashes.
See, when I throw my nades out of the map, it's throwing, but no, obviously, right? That's a really nifty little idea. To help reinforce that B site with util without ever having to have made the journey or drop them down towards heaven or something terrible.
I do want to finish that Nilo point because I hope he comes back, and I hope we get to see him, even if not in this team, but in another team, and to run it back, to try it again, because I do think he is a talent with a lot of potential, and as is this Young Ninjas roster, still star-studded. So shout out Nilo, shout out Sapek as well. And shout out LNZ for swinging down Con, taking down Banjo. Pepsil's all the way up in A, however. That walk up for ZTR just here in time. Gonna get that jump spot, and he's been seen. Oh, one tap will not connect. Pepsil backs out, waits for his team to group up. They do have a player out monster in the meantime. AST killing rotate, and that might just force you down Con. The issue is that's where the CTs were earlier, and Linus has gone all the way up ladder, back through T-spawn, trying to stop this B play before it happens.
Yeah, it is kind of wild. Like, they should have no idea that he's here, right? KST got out through Monster just moments ago. You've cleared short, you've held it this whole time, but Pepsor still cognizant of this fact. Holding on to Monster, a man down for Young Ninjas. This is not an easy road ahead of them. Smoke down at bridge. You need to clear this close angle, and as you try to do that, as you try to swing onto KST, that's where this peek can come through from the site itself. Deal with the first man, and Keve misses the timing there on the re-swing. Doesn't want to give too much away, but it might end up being the polar opposite here. They tap on the bomb, they bait the peak. It's another kill out of the Young Ninjas, and they find all of them. A man down in the retake, and you wouldn't know. ZTR sees it through to the very end, and it's a 4th for the Young Ninjas.
Oh, they're looking ferocious right now, Harry. Right, obviously 2-0 up in this league already. They managed to body Astralis talent back to back on Vertigo. I say body. One of the maps was close, of course, but yeah, Young Ninjas here looking to make another statement piece and run away with the online league, which is honestly seemed to be where they do their best work, right? In these online matches, and it's a whole different beast. But obviously young players, lacking the experience on the stages, there's time for that. There's time for all of them. And I say it, hey, as more time has gone by since that Season 1, more of these Young Ninjas players have had that LAN experience and had that Tier 1 experience as well. So, exciting stuff. 4-1, the double long push. Every round, it's something new for the Ninjas. They've got a lot of info. Fuzi didn't see them in middle, smoked off. Now finally Pepsor enters Playground. That was a lightning fast kill from the Galil, but it's still traded. Now the AWP killing Con rotates, and that's a flick for Fuzi. Dropping the bomb in middle in a 4-on-2. Keve has got to manhandle his way back into this round.
Yeah, he does have some support available from KST, right? He was also out in middle. But this Fuzi AWP, mate, this has been the undoing of Fnatic Rising in this round. And it's still floating around, man. It's still hanging about, looking for even more. They do manage to flash him off the angle, but it's going to take more than flashes to stop peaks coming out of Fuzi with the round he's having. Keve, this is audacious, right? Hoping that they take this swing, hoping that Fuzi goes walking right into the crosshair, but instead he's just jump peeking over the dice box, looking for this info, and now that smoke going over. Game's been given up. They know that it's this A play after all. Fnatic Rising, they don't even look like they really want to go for this right now. It's very weird. Yeah, that Molotov in the toilet pushing them back. 15 seconds. Are you still invested? They are creeping up. Fuzi's now seen them getting closer, but he does concede the site. All right. Over in Bank, he strikes down another. A third in the round. And well, why not make it a fourth? The tag, the USP to finish. It's madness, and that's where Fuzi looks to do his best work.
I mean, Fnatic was shocked that Ninjas were playing retake there, right? Because they saw them jumping in the site, and then suddenly everyone's disappeared, backed out through Bank, run away through the dumpster smoke. They try and chase the kills instead of planting, and that just feeds you to the Ninjas at that point. Sick round for Fuzi, 4 frags, and the flick to boot.
Yeah, for anyone watching along at home, I would say, really take note of Fuzi in this round. This is such a good example of an AWPer going through the motions, right? He starts in a very forward position in the toilets, and over time, with each shot that's taken, he's moving back, going through the positions, holding down that A-bomb site. And it was really, really nice. That's like a textbook example of an AWPer just going through it. Lovely little nade stack, but Sapek with the tunnels push has really negated the effect of it. Banjo, last man standing, all alone, the last dance, and well, the music stops as Linus puts a 6th on the board for Young Ninjas.
Could not have been a better round to walk push into water for Sapek, right? They're lining up their nade stack, which is nice, but it doesn't matter when you just get mowed down right here. Really good stuff. And something, Harry, you want to talk about Fuzi, something we always said is it's a real shame that, we see these upgrades of like Young Ninjas players into the main team and they get chances. Well, Fuzi, as an AWP player, we've always got device in the way. That's always going to be, the biggest problem. But still plenty more Academy leagues to grind, I would imagine. And damn, he's showing off today.
Yeah, I mean, dude, something I always find kind of interesting is like, it feels like in Europe, like a lot of players do really like AWPing, and they have like a very good explosive kind of style. Even in CIS, they crap incredible AWPers out like it's nothing, bro. Like just every 6 months. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, who's this guy? Oh, who's that one? Let's go listen into Fnatic, and then we'll revisit this in a moment.
No. Okay, we'll just jump up.
I'll smoke them all up.
I'll flash.
I'll drop my molly.
Flashing one. Let's go in playground together, Julian. I'm flashing one over.
Go.
Flashing.
One is close to monster, I think.
Watch out, close mid.
I have long peek.
I'm spotting balloons. One is balloons.
I'm blind.
And one, it's 3A. One is hiding balloons and one fighting A.
There is smoke monster.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
take
short.
short.
Yeah, the
He ran away, you know.
killing.
Can be con.
I think it's still balloons.
One is still close
Yeah, I
monster.
think so too.
Third smoke B. We should go towards A now.
I think it's still balloons, guys. If you trade him, you can have a good option.
I'll go with you, Matthias.
Yeah. One
Coming.
banan or toilets.
Yeah, he fell
You can go playground and... Oh, okay.
Let's just walk up here.
Just wide the left side. Watch out, balloons, Kevin. I think he's hiding there still.
I can flash
Like,
electronic
he's
balloons.
not open for underground. He's open to long.
Can you check him, Kevin? I can flash him.
Yeah. You don't need flash.
I flashed.
Don't see
Okay.
banan.
I'm on
We
there.
can execute that, guys. We have a lot of utility.
Third smoke stairs. Oh, then
Do
flashes.
bank smoke, Kevin. I'll do stair smoke.
I will take
Smoke toilets.
I'm gonna do entry flash.
Big bomb.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Smoking.
I'm doing
One
it.
side.
1 HP. I'm full blind.
Blind.
Kevin has one flash.
Okay. Yeah,
Behind
I'm
dice.
just- I'm just flashing.
I'm all trap.
I'm all behind dice.
Long.
Long. 1 HP on corner. Ice in their veins. Young Ninjas just do not let you get comfortable. And everyone on the A site by the time the exec came in, right? In previous rounds, we've seen Young Ninjas not even have enough players on the site. But this time, it's all four as Fnatic get steamrolled. Harry, you were talking about AWPers, talking about regions. Where are you going with that?
Oh yeah, I was saying, right, like in EU we have a lot of AWPers. CIS produces incredible AWPers every 2 months, it feels like. Out in NA, meanwhile, you know, that's something that they actually struggle with. I always find that kind of interesting. We were talking about, like, you know, where can these players look to go in the future? What could that hold? Well, who knows, mate? Maybe even a trip abroad, because, you know, I think even Elige said recently when it comes to the topic of Minus, someone that he said to keep an eye on, an AWPer.
Yeah.
He mentioned now there aren't many AWPers out in NA. It's not something that they're producing a hell of a lot of right now. And even if you think to teams like Team Liquid, mate, Nitro for the longest time was the guy down in the AWP. You don't look at him and go, yeah, that's an AWPer through and through.
No.
Right? He was more doing it out of necessity and could hold his own, but he wasn't this explosive powerhouse that a lot of these EU and CIS teams have.
Yeah, if I'm correct, wasn't Minus on one of Maui Snake's teams in the past? So
I
I feel
actually
like when you
think
have
he
that
was.
kind of like level of coaching and level of experience, that's only gonna help.
Yeah,
Paris.
no, I mean, Maui made me a more complete player. I'll
Yeah, it's
admit
true.
that.
Yeah.
Right, so look, we got a little B play coming in. Fuzi with this AWP. AW. Here he is.
Dub.
Waiting patiently. There's three around the corner. Oh,
dear.
no, that's a bit of a miss. Banjo with the opener. However, it's Sapek pulling the strings, baby. In with three. And there's Rolf to close. 8-1, and the domination continues.
The puppet master of Sapek. Oh, he's so good, man. Keep throwing him flashes, and he'll keep racking up bodies. The freezer's full. Send him to the ground.
Dude, it was coat hangers in that wicker basket behind the.
Yeah, you called it. Wait, did you
Yeah.
remove the partition?
No, partition's there, but it's more see-through than ever before. Here we go.
Yes. That's what the people want. Give it.
Let us see your coat hangers.
8-1 now, and Fnatic Rising are not
That's
rising
someone who has
anywhere.
clothes rails in their room because they have way too many outfits. We've all been there. When you own that many coat hangers, you have too many clothes.
Dude, we play have too many outfits, I think, Harry. You're rocking the pink today. You look dapper.
Yeah, you're rocking a bit of pink
Yeah,
too, mate.
you
We're
know.
2 in the pink.
Yeah, 2 in the pink.
And Maui can be our 1 in the stink. 8-1 right
Get me
now,
out.
Young Ninjas. Still building upon this incredible lead.
no,
They
look at this.
Push through Monster.
Oh, this is terrible. They even full white the monster push, but it doesn't matter because Fnatic Rising, Harry, they're so scared of taking middle. They're trying to delay take it because think about how many rounds ZTR's been pushed up, Fuzi's been AWPing party. We've had a double long push in the past from ZTR. Like now, finally Fnatic are taking mid. Like, ha, they think we're B. No, they don't, boys. No, they don't. You're getting backstabbed by Rolf. He is sneaking in through spawn right now, and Fnatic, every bit that they slow down, every second that they stop walking and stand still, Rolf gets closer. Dum,
This is scary, Hugo.
dum,
It's like that film Jaws.
dum,
About the shark with really big jaws, and here he is.
dum,
Uh-oh. There's one. Oh, Rolf! You...
No.
What? Oh, no!
He's an animal.
One tap does plenty! And now Linus in with one more. It's Jess Regali all alone with an eagle.
Oh, pull that one up, Jamie. I need to see that right back on my screen. That is filth. What? The flick one tap? That didn't even look like it hit. Man is cerebral right now. Young Ninjas woke up on the right side of bed. Coat hanger's in the way. Oh! Dude.
Look at it. Look at it.
Oh, he's behind the wall.
That is just something else, man.
Clip it and ship it, boys. Get it out right now.
Rob's out here curving bullets like this is wanted.
No auto mutes, one of the first games we've seen today. We've got professionals in the server. Linus, he's flashed. Pushed thing through. Sorry, that shocked me there.
No, I love it. I love it. That was a lot of tone, a lot of emotion. Fuzi, he's going to need to show us some grit. Oh, that nade brutalizes him, and Pepsor spams the smoke. Yeah, this is a bit of a grisly start to the round for Young Ninjas. You know, they try to experiment here, right? That's what this was. You're 9-1 up. These are the rounds where you try to keep Fnatic Rising guessing. They went for aggression in middle. And hell, I mean, it worked for them last time when they pushed B, but this time the results just aren't there. ZTR doesn't spot the tree player.
Dude, it's Swede on Swede action. We've got Pepsor sowing seeds with a diamond hoe right now. There's nothing that Ninjas can do until Sapek, of course, moves in for the kill and blow. And now force down B. Rolf is going to hear this ahead of time. Oh no, or can he get the molly out? Needs to be quick. Smoke instead, rather, not molly. And so they won't respect it. Why bother when Sapek is here instead with a double? Make it 3. One more for Sapek, but he can't convert. And it is Keve to clean up the round. We needed some Swedish success, and will come through finally for Fnatic. And this is a terrifying game already. Brutal scenes, brutal rounds, and a whole lot of fun. Sapek, he's had his bowl of oats today, Harry. Sick round for Pepsor as well. Triple opener to actually even get that close, and it's only converted in the 1v1. Think about that. 2-on-5, almost done dirty.
I mean, that is like a classic Sapek B hold right there, right? He
Good for the first.
Gets the last guy down to 8 HP as well. So close.
Oh, he missed the timing. Oh, luckily enough, Banjo was not considering it. So that is another opener from the AWP. Regali's got his, but I mean, how has Regali even had a chance to run that AWP? There's not been many opportunities for it. Money alone. And Fuzi, now he's got his double opener. He can just sit back on a lame angle from very far. Going back to check the short side, make sure no one's crawled out connector. Still got long control from Linus. We've got dirty little double B set up with a flash ready as well. Covered from Heaven is a ZTR. And still spotting Con on timing, so if anyone does want to rotate between sites, they will get caught. Oh, this is a horrible setup to get through for Fnatic. They're hoping that kills come their way, but it might be the other way around. They walk to the AWP. Fuzi, luckily enough, misses. It's a bait peek from KST. He's going to have to back up. Regani wins his fight. Linus gets impatient, peeking out on the long side, and now there's a bit more room for Fnatic.
Look, man, if anyone was going to be the hero in a round like this, it has to be Regali, right? Like, these are kind of the moments he used to excel in, right? When you needed someone to step up, when you needed someone to create you space, even though he's on that ult, mate, he's so proficient at it.
Oh.
KST spotted now, Young Ninjas piecing together that this is the A play. ZTR holding on to the toilets. This crossfire between him and Fuzi, pretty devastating with Regali dead. Any hopes of turning this one around fall onto the shoulders of Keve, and Fuzi alleviates that pressure by dropping him out of the round. 4 kills for Fuzi, and a 10th for Young Ninjas, now into double digits. This is so one-sided, Hugo.
It's like I think it was Maui saying on the desk, right? Like, yeah, Regali, probably one of the star AWPers, you know, the star player for Fnatic Rising team, no doubt. But Fuzi is making a name for himself to be the star AWPer of the league. And right now, I mean, that head-to-head, it's not even close. Obviously, you know, CT Overpass, one of the best, you know, places to AWP in Counter-Strike right now. I guess CT Nuke and CT Overpass probably up there in terms of your freedom. And so Fuzi's really just getting to flex his muscles. It's a lot harder for Regali to get value, but even so, every shot is connecting, bait peak or not. Sapek's playing above a smoke. You shouldn't be surprised. Keve's cleared out a connector, and Sapek will leave. Go back towards A, join up with Linus. The AWP has now started B as well, so it's only going to get worse for Fnatic. Fuzi's trying to make reads.
Him and Sapek are 15-4 and 14-5, respectively. Pretty grimy. Fnatic are struggling to get even started in this T-side. It can feel like T-side overpass is a bit of a brick wall at times. We haven't seen many faster, B commits. That's maybe something that Fnatic are thinking about doing in the next gun round. Go for one of these early pops. Bombs getting retrieved back in spawn as we speak, and walking up toilets are the rest of the Rising team. But we got a bait jump from Sapek, and Linus is up close, so I can imagine this won't go well for Fnatic Rising.
Oh, a little flash. Oh, it's well timed. That's really nice. Linus gets those fights just separated from one another thanks to the flashbang throw and over from Sapek. And I mean, this is just looking so put together, man. The synergy of Young Ninjas is off the charts right now. Everyone's on the same page. Individually, there's not a weak link in sight. They're running all over the map right now. You kind of mentioned how that AWP found itself down towards B. Sapek had rotated up to play the A bomb site. That's the real switch up there. But they're feeling confident and comfortable enough to get away with stuff like this, always keeping Fnatic Rising guessing. And I mean, really, you're starting to run out of hope a little bit here.
Yeah, you don't want to have to call a rush B at like 11-2, but you're just slow defaulting has not worked. You've been getting picked apart by the AWP. You've barely been able to get A control. The one round you do a slow A, you get walk flank through Monster. Out connected, that's a big opener for Banjo. We needed that for Fnatic, as now they pummel through the Monster position. It is the B rush that we were waiting for. They've got a lot of space right now. The AWP isn't here, but good flash sets ZTR up for the kill. KST gone, and ZTR is still on default, hiding behind the smoke. Who will see who? It's ZTR with another, Linus with a kill. Rock cleaned out in the pit, but it does not matter when all of Fnatic Rising have fallen, apart from Banjo, and he won't last long either. Linus with a big 3k up from heaven above the smokes, and 12-2. It feels like there's no room, no hope for Fnatic Rising in this map at least.
Yeah. The lean into overpass the desk, they were questioning what was up with this one. They were wondering and kind of debating if all this anti-strat work that we've seen in the past from Fnatic Rising had gone into this. Well, I don't know, mate. There's no anti-strat here, Young Ninjas, that look this good. For me, it's just how, like that round with the little Sapek poppy-woppy round through the short side, man, that just really encompasses like the level of forethought that we're getting out of the Young Ninjas right now. They're planning for everything to go right, and it's only going right when it's this good. How could it feel so wrong? Look at it, Linus in with a double. Why not make it a third, Linus? We'll finally get dealt with on his aggression, but still, look at what you've done to Fnatic Rising. You've cut down 2, you've kept them trapped at T-Ramp, where both these players are now. They've got no map control, they've got nothing to work with. This should be a Young Ninjas round through and through.
Yeah, ZTR's even moving in to help Fuzi, but he could just hide in con, right? Both players out middle, not like he has anything to worry about. Or just looked away from toilet as ZTR peaks, and he's going to smoke his retreat, try and get out of there alive. Keve's trying to hunt this kill. This is a dangerous position for ZTR, can just get wall banged out. Won't stay there for long. Sapek's jumping back on bomb site, and ZTR has just been able to run all the way back to A. He's still going to swing though, isn't he? And catches Keve walking the smoke with the bomb. This just shows how desperate Fnatic are right now. Banjo on the AWP, flashed off the angle, back he goes, but he's about to get double-faced, and that's all it takes. 13-2, a statement piece right now from the Young Ninjas. Sapek and Fuzi and Linus dominating, but no weak links in the Swedish side.
Yeah, it's a bit of a crying shame, like one of the things we were really touting coming in was that Regali AWP. We very rarely see him got to use it, and whenever he did, very little was found on the back of it. It felt like
he had one AWP kill.
Yeah, and even then, I feel like he only really had the AWP like a handful of times. Yeah, no, I know, but I
don't think you can pin this on one player for Fnatic either. More of the snowball effect than anything, and some really nice setups for Young Ninjas. It feels like some of their reads were excellent, like from the monster walk on that slow A play to some of the mid, like the rounds they went for mid pushes, they would always get those mid pushes off or long pushes off when Fnatic had 1 or 2 players defaulting playground, like Pepsol just getting cleaned out and traded early. Then you have so much info, it's a B play.
the best round Fnatic had that they didn't win was that B rush that they got into like a 3-on-3 and then just got shredded from heaven. There wasn't a lot to rely on there for Fnatic. There wasn't much they could look at and go, yeah, that worked. Let's do that again. One of their 2 rounds was pistol and they didn't even convert it. That one's gotta hurt. Feels like everything you do is the wrong call.
Just reliving some of these B holds, man, and some of these moments. Yeah, I mean, I think thus far this has just been a very demoralizing game for Fnatic Rising, right? But you know who hasn't been demoralizing?
Who?
The Young Ninjas. I bet they're feeling pumped right now. Let's listen in and see if that's the case.
Go like guzzar. This. Oh my god.
Jag pickar mitten.
And mid.
Yep.
Flasha.
Jag ser där.
Ingen CV.
Ute.
En plank. Spring upp igen. Jag bara springer genom smoken.
Ja, kör nu.
Fight monster. Gå
Jag kommer
en
låta
toa.
lägga först.
Gå en toa.
Hallå?
Spring.
Klar.
Jag lägger en kio.
En är lång, då bakom defaulten.
Jag lägger en till kio där. Bam.
En är bank.
Bank. Höger.
Ingen är tryck.
Han är fast höger, vänster.
Vänster. Okej, jag plantar
Bank,
tryck här boys.
vänster. Ja.
Jag plantar tryck.
Var det en lång sa du?
Han sa det, men jag vet inte. En är bank. En till Luge.
Jag står tryck.
Kommer pika, kommer
Bank
pusha.
och Uge.
Det är ingen lång.
Jag har lockat dålig pass för det alltså.
Jag ser han inte bank, jag står
Jag kan
close.
pusha trapp dock.
Jag håller trapp från lång.
Crunchas heter jag alltså.
Kittet ligger UG, jag tyckte jag dödade honom.
Jag kan inte kvar bank, han är mot dig. Jag pushar. Jag går HS.
Ja.
En till banan. Jet.
Ingen
Jag hoppar
trapp,
ner
jag backar.
Trapp.
Nice. En kvar.
Visa banan.
Han borde ha kit på sig.
Ingen cap.
Han har kit på sig.
Håller.
Fin.
He got it. All right, now we're cooking. That, I mean, I was about to give the credit to the Young Ninjas there, right? That looked like the perfect call into what was a one-man A-hold. And even taking CT there as well. Shame to see the truck plant, right? But they got it down before they actually took CT, so they didn't have the cover just yet. And the danger of planting default when you do a round like that, where you just run up con or run down middle, is your space so tight and you're grouping so well that you don't actually have the flank. They lost that con player. So there weren't really many options for the plant, and it does let down Young Ninjas in the long run, but Fnatic Rising now going to be given another opportunity. However, that's their second pistol win, Harry, and it didn't work first half. This force buy is in, they're looking to get some vengeance, but that's a good start from KST to remove the first man. This is more like it.
Yeah, this is nice. All the makings of a clean round here. Banjo, tiny little pixel angle.
Oh,
Dear, they
Get
know
him.
about you.
Get
Knives
him.
are out.
Yeah.
Knives are out.
Get
Ooh.
him.
Ooh, he's in the smoke. He's out the smoke. He's run away.
How?
A stab wound, but still limping out of the round and still alive. Finally cut down by Linus's Galil. It's a little bit wet and wild here down towards the slip and slide of this B bomb site. Hugo, there's a big old wrap coming in from Pepsor.
no.
But he's being a bit indecisive. He doesn't know whether to commit. And that's because he's been seen here, I think, by Rolf on a jiggle. I don't know what else could have had him cause pause this late on in the retake.
Oh, no.
No, they don't know about him. He does recommit to this flank. Deals with the first man, but there's the follow-up. Linus down here in the water trying to watch his teammates back. And oh, he hears the footsteps. He sees them and he lines it up. 3 in the round for Linus.
Not
and Young
again.
Ninjas, it's an immediate reply with the force buy.
Mate, that was a 5-on-3 in favor of Fnatic Rising. They took 2 of the 3 rifles out of the hands of the Young Ninjas in the first couple of moments of the round, and still the Tech 9 knife rush into B almost works out. Banjo escapes temporarily, but there's no way Young Ninjas should be converting that one. They've got to be feeling feisty. They've got to be feeling fantastic. And let's find out.
Sök sa du eller?
Ja, B-sök.
B-sök. Ja. Ge mig inte bomben. Blocka inte mig. Är det lugnt bror? Flasha.
En är med.
De har inte smokat. En hoppade. Jag är beredd på en ute close.
Jag smyger in
En är
direkt.
mid-scout. Jag kommer backa till B.
Alla.
En till.
Jag backar. Vi bör
Kan gå ut
Vi
tillsammans.
möter, vi tre oss.
Loki, vänta. Kan ni backa?
En vatten.
Ja, backa.
Ja, jag pickar servrar. Kan ni droppa dildo-flashes till mig? Så kör vi, vad fan ni kallar det. Jag lägger massa dildo-flashes bara.
Ja, vi kör the
Droppa
hidden
här.
word. Vi kör
Vad
hidden
jag
word.
råkar lägga.
Banned word. Vi kör banned word.
Lägg, du måste sikta på andra knappen här. Här, lägg till mig nu.
Droppa på honom boys.
Droppa på mig.
Jag har ingen flash.
Jag har lagom mycket ljud alltså.
Ja, jag vet inte.
Kan någon stå ante
Kan
här? Jag står
du
inte.
droppa dem
Jag
till
står
mig? Nej, kallar du
Fan,
trollas.
gör det.
Jag vet inte.
Vi är redo.
Ja, är ni redo? Det kommer
Ja.
3 stycken nu, okej?
Ja.
Mollar du också först?
Nej.
Nej, ingen mollo.
En pikar.
Första,
Nice. Lägg en
andra,
till. En
tredje.
till. Sista
Bam.
nu. Boom. En CV.
CV.
Höga.
Jag mollade
Bomb ligger mot
servrar.
servrar.
Höga.
Akta en till CV alltså. Akta en till.
Jag kommer smoka
Höga går
servrar.
ut.
Höga.
Det var 2 där. Peps har också.
Oh no! Is he saving?
Vi kommer forsa nästa, va?
Ja.
If I had to guess, Hugo, yes.
Now, obviously, yeah. You did wait 10 seconds.
Yeah. I reckon this is a save, yeah.
I think he's probably saving. Yeah, I mean, wasted a bit of time trying to play Jenga with the flashbangs, right? Trying to get them all in one spot so they could throw them over Monster. Nice little scout shooter for Regali as well. And really it is the check for Banjo that's everything. He gets that info, he confirms that it's B later after Young Ninjas backed out, backa, and then recommitted later in the round. And that just kept everyone in heaven in CT. Fnatic Rising, they will lose the second round, but they come back in with a force of their own. Keeping this game breathing for now.
Yeah, you know, we're now into this force by war territory. However, this, by its very nature, you know, leans in favor of a T-side, let alone a T-side that's up 14-4. Grouped outside of B again. This time Linus is giving middle a look in, but he was only there to make sure there's no mid-aggression. That first kill is found in the form of Fuzi falling on the short side. ZTR does what he can to equalize, and now Banjo seeing a flash come through. Monster's getting a little bit panicky. He's going to have to hold his own here, because Keve's got short.
Re-smoked though, Young Ninjas, they wanted to go. Linus trying to get into a little float spot there to avoid getting the bomb spotted. Just keep pushing W, my friend. Here they come. Flash is beautiful. Banjo full blind, but popped in a team kill because no one can see a thing. Doesn't matter though. Ninja's up a man. Regali is still here. They know someone had to throw the flash, so there's got to be another player. And Pepsil's up in heaven, providing suppressing fire, trying to cover, trying to bait. Gets a kill. Regali moves in on the right side of Pillar, and he might be able to finish off the round. There's one. Only Linus, and not for long. It's going to be Fnatic Rising keeping it going. You do like it. It just feels, albeit a bit too late. All it's going to take is one round for Young Ninjas, and wow. Don't stop believing now, but at least you have the eco. Try and make this scoreline just that little bit better.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, thus far, right, for this Young Ninjas side, we haven't really seen too much out of them. It has just kind of been these rinse-repeat B plays. This full eco is no exception to that. And okay, Sapek with the Glock. Should still be a cleanup. Should still be fine. And it's all good, because Keve's here, and he's holding the line.
They double dinked Keve and
Yeah,
KST.
it's fine though. You know, you bring him down low, but you don't get the kill, it don't matter.
Yep.
Now this reinvestment comes through, and I imagine we see Young Ninjas go for a much slower kind of defaulty round. I want to see some mid control taken. I want to see some long control taken. You know, these rinse repeat B plays, they've been nice to try and condition Fnatic Rising to worry about B. I mean, this is like the very nature of the mind games, right? Because you know they're fully investing here. And so in the back of your mind, you know, if you're Fnatic Rising, you're going, well, there's no way they come B again, right? And that's where it all starts. So it's that one thought. Young Ninjas know they're thinking that.
Yeah, I mean, ninjas have such a deep strap.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be worried just yet anyway. It's not like there's going to be too much conditioning for the moment. Pepsor is in con. That means only one player is on A. It's Regali. It's got an AK, but not his signature weapon. And timings can be hit, so if they're going to reroute through toilets, that's fine, but he's got to consider the long possibility. No rotate has come up from B. Pepsor is now being trapped in con. He's going to get his way out through B short. I mean, even that's a gamble. They didn't know that was clear, but he'll go anyway, and he'll get out with his life. Back to the bomb site, and now we can start to see those A rotates up. Means Regali can just focus on his position, and rightly so. There's three Ts walking up with the bomb in toilet. They've been spotted. Regali has no. He's going to swing for the bomb, and now he can smoke the Molotov as well. Got a bit more cover to play with. Can his team help him out as Young Ninjas are on a recovery mission? They may even be able to grab that bomb through the smoke. Yeah, they got it. Nice hop for ZTR to do so. Regali's still moving back in, but Rolf was holding on the con side, and we'll deal with him. 3-on-3 now. Young Ninjas, this is a dream of a round for them. They can slow down, they can wait a moment, and then recommit later. Not much time to wait, though. No flashes either. Double smoke over the top, and here they go.
Oh, Fnatic Rising, they were just dropping down to B. Now, I think this just comes as a result, like we say, so many of these rounds ending down towards that B site. Things go silent up on A. You start to doubt yourself.
Nice.
Keve able to make up for it. They try to barrel through this smoke. They try to rush down the bomb plant, and ZTR, dead man. It's a really nice response out of Fnatic Rising, giving me almost Gambit-esque vibes with how they play this A bomb site there. A lot of teams would elect to respect those smokes, try to play out, you know, a 3-on-2 retake, especially because you've already lost some site control. Not Fnatic Rising though. They barrel through that dumpster smoke.
Especially in that spot, right? You're 3-on-2 and the time is low, so you know if Young Ninjas actually want to win the round, that is not a fake plant, and that's why you know that you should rush, right? Only one guy is covering, and that's a 2-on-1. That's a free kill essentially. Worst case, you trade it, and then the plant is going to be so frazzled because he just got off the bomb. He's not ready. And so yeah, nice response for Fnatic, but you know that's a play that you make mainly because of the clock. This is an interesting buy though. You got so many nades behind these pistols for Ninjas. So they must have something up their sleeve. Oh, the con boost, it's perfect. Nice call. Keve done a lot of damage there. Couldn't convert the kill, but got the info. The A1S so good for spamming this as well. You don't know the trajectory. It's not like Fuzi can fire back with accuracy. Young Ninjas will eventually make their way through con, taking B short as well. Bomb and Monster. Orp is finally here for Regali, but maybe he'll kill Fuzi. Otherwise, I don't think he's going to get a gunfight. Not until the B play comes in.
It's going to be a late boost over.
He's so ready.
Yeah, Young Ninjas were patient, and they seem so aware of that one. So a trade found at least, and softening up the B site in the process. You've triggered a rotation out of Regali as well. Gonna lob that flash Sapek into Monster, but Sapek, who was full blind, by the way, still the man to get the kill. Regali now, the one who threw that flash, has dropped into the pit with this AWP. They were holding for it, but ZTR can't react fast enough. This AWP, combat AWPing up close, and Regali's on for a double. KST dead. Linus gets the info that Pepsor's up in heaven. And now a 1v1 on his plate with the info residing on the side of Linus. He's still trapped in on the site here, trying to cross back and out, and he has made it to Pillar. Things now get a little bit harder for Pepsor, right? You don't exactly know where Linus has gotten to. He's still crossing out in the open, trying to fight this. And that might be a decision you come to regret. Pepsor locks it in. He has been the trigger man for Fnatic Rising, right? The one who's, you know, kept a good performance up all game long in spite of that one-sided first half.
I gotta say as well, it doesn't matter, but it's a funny detail. Pepsor had 28 health, and he drops out Heaven, and he goes to 5. Imagine if he died there, falling out of Heaven, Harry. That's the kind of stress. Compare these teams, right? That's the kind of stress that Fnatic are going through. Almost dies by 5 health, falling out of Heaven to defuse the bomb in a 1v0. But then the inverse is like ZTR is just taking was it Linus in the clutch? Three-letter names, man, they get me confused. But he was just taking so many fights, right?
It was Linus.
It was Linus, yeah, I thought so. So confident, and that's really the mindset the young ninjas are in right now. Maybe it's not the safest way to play that 1v1, but after you've hit 2 bangers, why not? Why not commit? Why not go for it? So, really nice shots, but it is going to be Fnatic Rising continuing to chug up the hill and get closer to victory lane. Nice shot. Fuzi was on that angle, but Regali is very quick.
Yeah, and you know, even more mid aggression coming out of this little duo of, you know, Pepsor and Regali. Not a fun duo to run into. Boost up for Rolf. Hasn't offered anything initially. KST, even though he's holding for it, AK will best the M4 in the headshot game.
Dink's not nice, but too far away to run back and grab that orb. He plays it again. I actually really like this.
I love the decision to reboost.
Shot. Yeah, you know, you may as well go up.
Also, like, no one's going to anticipate, like, yeah, they've reboosted into that again.
Yeah, after getting the kill. Keve is checking it out, though. Can't be seen from this angle, but eventually they're going to drop off loud. And now Young Ninjas, they just have to go. 30 seconds, split, 3-1. That AWP has just moved in on Hammond. Feels like Regali's rotates on the CT side have been nice, right? He's been in B when he's been required, but is he even required? Is his crossfire enough? No, they're looking the wrong way. Banjo does pick up the pieces and double down as Regali moved in from the pit. So, yeah, hung out to dry was one player there but on Monster, but it's not a big problem. And now we're starting to see the difficulties of this T side, right? You know, Fnatic, that was all they had in the first half, and now Young Ninjas are experiencing some of the same woes. All that matter in the long run. Look at the streaks.
Yeah, this is a little rough, man. One of the things we've always credited this Young Ninjas squad with, and I think this largely comes from ZTR, is that their T-sides have been good a lot of the time, right? Like, this isn't where they've had a lot of their downfalls, and even if you think back to ZTR's time in the main NIP squad, that was actually when their T-sides looked better, all things considered, right? So it's worrying me a bit because with each round that passes, Fnatic Rising are getting more and more comfortable, more and more confident in this one, right? Regali, if you remember, was having a dead quiet game. I mean, everybody was, with the exception of Pepsor, but that AWP has now made an appearance a damn sight more than we got to see it in that first half. It's finding its footing. The duo of Pepsor and Regali is a genuinely terrifying twosome to run into. This could still get out of hand.
Keve has 31 effective flashes. Got to give a shout out for that. Flash king right now. Regardless, this is what you want as an AWP. This is the dream right now. This is all Fuzi was doing first half, just wrecking in middle, sitting in toilets. So will Regali be able to find the same shots? Linus moving through, and Regali makes it look easy as he backs out to the bomb site. AK gets shuffled over. And these are the rounds that, if you're Young Ninjas, you don't want to be trading a player for space, coming up through all these angles on A, right mid, to walk to toilets to get closer to A. And then, if you're Regali, you can back all the way up to dump so you can go bang. So you're going to keep losing players because you just don't have the flashbangs to get this AWP off angles. By the way, Pepsor's behind everyone, doing his best Rolf impression right now.
I was about to say, I felt like we're watching the same round.
Yeah.
The same round again.
Bye-bye.
Will he land a nuts flick? Oh. No, only one. Rolf, of course. Couldn't let him get away with it.
But here's Regali, and you got 2 flashes. They better be damn good.
All right, Regal Regali. Here he is, lounging back, looking good. Can he connect the shots? Oh, might not need to. Dealt with one, and there is this second man bleeding past, but Sapek, he's been dodged on the timing.
Nice.
And Regali's there to lock it in.
That's the Regali we know and love here. And Harry, suddenly, 13-2 half and a 14-10 scoreline. You're starting to believe again, and there's no reason not to. Young Ninjas maybe getting a bit flustered here, as now the AWP has finally started to come through with big impact, and that wasn't even how Fnatic got here in the first place. To think Fnatic have won both pistols in this game, and they've also got, forced on both times. They still won out the force by wars this half, eventually.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how we're here.
It sucks that, you know, this sounds like maybe I'm going to give like a very one-note answer here, but I feel like B has to be the answer for Young Ninjas, because this A-hold of Regali Pepsor, mate, that you're not getting past it. There's too many angles for Regali to just, as we kind of said with Fuzi earlier on, just go through the motions, right? Yeah. And until you can don an AWP your own, I don't feel comfortable with it. So they are going to try one of these B pops. They are going to try and get in. Double up on the pillar. It's very claustrophobic for Banjo and KST, but it might not ever come to matter. A 2-on-3. They've dealt with the initial push through monster well. Fuzi out into the open with 2 here. Ooh, first dead. There's the trade, and DTR's cancelled it out. It's a 1v1 versus Regali, who's posted up in heaven.
Don't tell me you're going to go all the way around when the bomb is out monster. No way. Regali knows that, right? Surely that's been commed across. He's scared of a push up close. This is insane. This is DTR. Like, he didn't even consider going for the bomb.
It's such a decisive move as well. Like, it was like immediately he goes, okay, Regali's going to be heaven. And if he isn't heaven, mate, I will have met him in Connector. And so on the back of him not doing that, he's pieced together exactly where this AWP resides. This is massive. The only worry I have, if ZTR goes heaven and sees that Regali's not there, he might start to panic.
He's repositioned. He surely doesn't drop. Oh, he's going to hunt the kill. Now the bomb is, you forget about it. 20 seconds. If he goes running for it, it's a panic mode. He's realized, but he can't reroute down the stairs. He's got the info.
Saw him.
It's all gone wrong, though. Needs the shot, and Regali's got it. ZTR, such a nice try. Even Regali realizes what's going on right at the end there. But ZTR, I love the balls to make that call. It is like the anti-meta play in the 1v1. And so unfortunate he doesn't read that Regali went lower. I mean, he knew, but he just didn't have time to walk it. Damn.
I mean, mate,
these rounds are crazy.
You know, Regali, I don't even think realized that he didn't have the bomb, because I can't even imagine you would have faced that, really. Like, it's... You know, you could have just ran.
The call surely comes at some point, but I dropped bomb monster. Like, that call is definitely there. They will have seen it. But the question is,
you know what I mean?
CTR
like,
sneak under monster and get it? You know,
exactly, right? And so I think that was like the worry, because even like the decision to fight is so ballsy, man. Like, imagine a world where all that happens, ETR doesn't actually have time to plant, but then you give him that fight and he kills you and wins the round. You'd be devastated.
Regali ain't about to lose that.
Yeah, no, but I think it just shows, like, wasn't even really aware of what had happened earlier in the round. He just had to piece all that together on the fly once ETR started panicking.
There's so much flair in this match, right? There's so many stars shining through. Everyone wants to, get a piece of the pie. Oh dear, Kev, leave him alone, man. TTR is going to be feeling ruffled after that one. Bit of another B pop coming through, flashes over. Some missed flashes as well, leaving everyone blind. That's why no one's dead. Finally, the kills start to come in. KST just playing behind this little smoke he's dropped in the pit. And this is something that the Ninjas were doing in the first half anyway, right? Just right-clicking a smoke down in water and running around it like it's a pillar. Right now, it's only Fuzi. He's being flanked, but he seems pretty aware here. Pepsel just... Oh, he had his gun out, but then he swapped off.
As he checked the corner too, it was like, oh no!
Dear,
Please don't say that's what has it all fall apart. Missed shot, uncharacteristically so. And he can't pick it back up. Fuzi with 4 in the clutch, and it all starts with a quick switch.
Oh, that was not meant to be a Young Ninjas round. We were writing it off. It was a done deal. He even gets a free AWP delivered. Something they haven't even had in the T side. Oh my goodness, this game's got it all. Heartbreak included. Buy one, get one free, and Fnatic, they've got to be feeling that. Look at the money as well. Look at this streak. Fnatic go on, what? 8 rounds in a row. They lose 1, and now they have double M4. That's pretty busted.
Heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking. Yeah. But that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, man. Decision to have pushed, one button on your mouse or keyboard at the wrong moment, and it can all come tumbling down. Pepsor trying to be that savior. This mid-aggression, oftentimes it's netted him something, but the molly, they hear it tick, they know about him. So this could be the beginning of the end. Young Ninjas, an early 5-on-4. Finally, as well, like, oftentimes when they've gone towards A, they've just lost players. They've not been in the business of getting openers on this side of the map. It's going to spread the defense of Fnatic Rising that much thinner, and as they look for solutions elsewhere, as they try to get information, it's only making problems worse. With KST dead, we're looking at Regali and Keve to do the impossible, a 2-on-4, as they try to save the day.
Oh, and ZTR's heard this as well. He's going to fast climb the ladder silently, and Regali's a dead man. I mean, the double monster push was a bit yikes, considering you had so much info up on A. You had deep long, but I feel like after Fnatic lost that 3-on-1 the way they did, there's no coming back from that, Harry. There's no recovering after a round like that, especially considering it's off the back of this incredible comeback in a game that was never meant to be won. They get 8 rounds in a row after, you know, getting forced on both pistols. I mean, that was a wild game. That was game of the day, and it probably will stay the same throughout the day.
I'm glad it got a damn sight more exciting towards the end, though, right? Like, it's nice to see Fnatic Rising weren't completely down and out. They weren't deflated. And really, if it weren't for, you know, that incredible clutch out of Fuzi, like, that could have been an OT game. It could have been a Fnatic Rising comeback. But that one decision wrecking the economy, mate, that really does decide it all. So while we try to recuperate here, we're going to take a quick break, and when we're back, the analyst will be here to talk you through that one.